Hello Internet, James Allen from Out of 8, and today I'm playing turn-based strategy platform hybrid A Valley Without Wind 2. This is a sequel to the original game, which is actually free for owners of the original, and if you order this game you actually get the original as well. As with the previous title, it involves a randomly generated world where you go about and try to defeat the forces of evil. So, in addition to single player, there's also a multiplayer, which is pretty cool, although you can usually not find that many servers on the internet, but you can find some every once in a while, so you can play cooperatively with others. I'm going to just start a new world. We'll call it Steve. And you can set your difficulty. I'm going to do skilled combat and night strategic difficulty to make it a little bit easier. I'm going to skip the tutorial. Which will start you out with a couple of buildings, but skip past all the nonsense on how to play the game. So you see here you can get, choose one of the characters here. I'm going to choose this guy right here, so I don't really use the ammo too much. So there we go. First thing you do is just select the class. There's 10 classes for each level in the game, and you get to choose between 5 of them. So you can see here, basically it's just different spells. In general, there's like a basic shot and like an area shot and a multi-shot and stuff like that. So there isn't too much of a difference between them. I'll choose this person. Alright, so you start out in this little headquarters area here. The controls have gotten a lot of attention during the beta period for the game. Initially, until like the most recent patch, there wasn't support for mouse control in the game. Basically, you could either use the gamepad or the keyboard, you know, left, right to move. And you have, 4 spells. So what you can do is you can fire like that, and then fire in 8 directions, as you can see there, with pretty much every spell. So well, that's kind of a weird spell. So and same thing with that deal. So, compared to aiming with the mouse, there's a lot less accuracy. With the mouse, you can just click anywhere. And there was a lot of hubbub on the forums and stuff about people, including myself. I didn't post, obviously, but I did have a discussion with the developer about it, about adding mouse support, which they did. But the deal with the mouse support is since there's 4 spells instead of before there were 2, it's, you have to use one hand to control the mouse, one hand to control your movement, and one hand to control all 4 spells, which is impossible unless you're 3-handed. So, it's kind of halfway done mouse support, but I guess it's nice that they're actually listening to people if people prefer that option. It's really hard to line up people just so, they're exactly where you need them to be. So that was my main complaint about the mouse controls. So we'll go to the world map. Now when you start out by disabling the tutorial, you automatically start out with a guy on a farm over here, which produces food, and you automatically start with a guy in a clinic, which reheals. There you go, see, restores 1 point of power to all resistance below their max. So it reheals people after battle. So what will happen is monsters will come out of the little castle here and then start to attack your players, as you'll see shortly. So basically what your goal is to kind of unblank these tiles, level up your character, and then eventually take on the boss monster at the end of the game after you've leveled up for a while. So generally you just kind of pick a direction to go and try to reveal squares. So I'm going to go in this direction here. And you just enter a region. So you can bark into your region. You can actually give orders to these other people here. You can order them to move. Although he's going to, get scrap and stuff. There aren't really any other squares to send them to at the moment anyway. So one thing I wish they had was a little bit more... it made it a little bit more obvious which squares stuff could be built on. Like, I can't tell which squares Like, is this something you can build things on? I have no idea. It looks like a building. But, you know, until you send a NPC there or you have the things memorized after playing for a while, it's hard to tell. So I'm just going to enter this region and try to basically clear these 3 squares out, and then I'll also be able to send a survivor to rescue this other survivor and recruit him so I can use him later to send into other regions. So usually it has some little message when you come in. Yeah. Okay, here we go. So this is a fake guy. Oh, so that damages myself. Well, that's convenient. So job. Oh, that's actually a real treasure chest, and that's actually a good one. Some of the treasure chests you find actually give bad benefits. You actually have to read the description before you pick it up. You pick it up, get it temporarily. Most of them are found in buildings. This is the first one I've seen that's been really outside of a building. So, and of course here, I don't have the feet required to go across water. So I basically just wasted my time going into that area. The feats you have to get from finding these robotics complexes. So what am I going to do now? There's an abandoned factory. I'll just go this way. The turn ends when you destroy a wind factory in the province, which happens at the end. One thing that you'll see is that compared to the previous game, I have to be careful with that spell. As he's explaining there, each spells have different calibers, which allows you to block spells and block the enemy spells if you remember what the caliber for your spells are, which you can actually see. If you press escape, you see your calibers over there. I have low, except for the blinding flash, which is ultimate. So basically just knocks back everything. So kind of like that spell. That makes it a little bit easier to aim. Just gonna, there's no fall damage, so you don't have to worry about that. Oh gosh. I'm just gonna kill myself with this one spell here. There we go. That's more like it. Oh, really? Told you I was going to get myself in trouble. There's no real penalty for dying. You just have to re-embark to the region. Maybe I need to pick. Maybe I need to pick a different thing, to be honest. Probably should have done that actually while I was back there. Yeah, you can view your stuff, but you actually have to go back to your little headquarters to change your ability. Yeah, I'm gonna have to simmer down on that spell a little bit. You know, with a lot of flying, you know, enemies, it's not really, you know, 2D plane sort of deal. I'm just not playing so good right now. Knock back. This is an extremely difficult area. Did it again. Alright. I gotta change my class. That spell's too crazy. Yeah, I'll do this one. Alright. I like it, but it's gonna get me in too much trouble. I actually might embark to a different region here. Let's go to this castle. So I want to get more survivors. Oh, hey. When you kill an enemy, it drops. Yeah, see, like I'm gonna hit that thing, so how am I gonna do that with only 8 directions of movement? Little crocodile guy. They have some, they have a better variety of enemies this time around. Like these eel things, which are gonna kill me. Oh my gosh. Alright. Take that tree. Yeah, what are my other spells? Alright. Grows more powerful. Crazy spell. Launch rocks. Alright. So let's see. Crazy spells. Oh yeah. That one's pretty good for grouped enemies. I've seen that before in a different... I can't even see what's shooting at me. Oh, that was stupid. There's the wind thing. Yeah, I know. I played this before. Pew, pew, pew. And then when you do it, it ends your turn. Yes, I know, I know, I know. Even though you turn the tutorial off, you can't skip this stuff, so you have to keep pressing E. Okay, I know, I know, I know, I know. Yes, yes, yes. Alright. Excuse me, I'm almost dead. There we go. And then that's the end of your turn, so... my guy at the farm got more food and people scavenged food. Got more scrap to build buildings. I died, so my morale went down. And then the boss comes out in 10 turns. And there's some wall crocs. So you see these guys right here. They have 1s on them. So they'll be easily defeated by any of my guys because they have a rating of 4. When they fight them, they go down to 3. And then if there's somebody at the clinic, it goes back up to their maximum level. So I can get a couple of survivors here. So I'm going to move him to recruit him. And move him to recruit him. So what you'll see is this turn, you know, the end of the next turn will actually get a survivor. So there's like a 1-turn lag to doing stuff. So he's at the clinic, he's at the farm. They're gonna get people. Okay, there's my level up here. So basically I'm gonna make my way over towards that level up tower right there, where it says level up here. Because that's the only way you level up. You don't actually level up through straight up experience. You have to visit these towers, and then that allows you to access the next set of classes that you can be. Yes, yes. Alright, it's going to be a little bit more careful this time, I think. Maybe not. Die, eel. Crazy spell. Oh, this stuff. This is insane stuff. This must be because of my difficulty level. It's a leech. If you... Although I probably won't be able to show this, but if you keep making kills without receiving damage, it actually will increase your attack. But, you know, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show that considering my the levels I seem to be going into. And you see the spells are slightly different, but, you know, you still, in general, get the same stuff. There's the tower. You can also notice that all the maps are just like one section now, instead of having like 6 or 7 sections as before with caves and stuff. So it's, as with most things in the sequel, it's a lot more streamlined, but then that means there's less depth to the game, which is the trade-off. Yeah, I know. I see this every time. Yeah, I know, I gotta level up. Yeah, I know. That'll end my turn. There you go. Yeah, so there's those 1 guys. So these guys are gonna recruit their survivors this turn. you know. Okay, so I'm going to go here, and then next turn I should be able to go to the level up place. Okay. Oh, man. My spells are not very fit for the enemy types that are present right here. To say the least. Gosh, these things. The aiming doesn't help, certainly. You know, especially with flying stuff. That's the most annoying. Well, I mean, everything's... I'm gonna die soon. Yeah, there you go. Alright. Well, here's your perks. Whenever you level up, you get a new set of perks. So I can choose between attack strength or special strength. Yeah. Let's see if I want to pick a different class here. I think that was the one I was to begin with. Yeah, we'll try this guy. Alright. Gotta go to the same spot. I need to level up. Like, how are you supposed to move that? How are you supposed to hit that fast guy? Like, seriously. Yeah, I keep forgetting about those guys. And you can't move and fire. Because, you know, you have to aim to fire. Unless you're shooting left or right. Like, you can't aim and... You can kind of jump, but... You know, you can't keep moving right. Right. You know, this guy's a lot better. That's like a little... what's D? Placeable fire. Yeah, that does something too. Well, these are a lot better spells. Take that, eel. Ugh. Usually when you kill an enemy, he either drops spell ammo or rehealing. There you go, wall croc. Okay, I'm out of the water and you got me. Oh my gosh. Right there. Goodness gracious. Alright, do it again. Because the problem is, I really need to level up. You know. But you can't level up until you get the level up place, which is after this location, so, you know. What are you gonna do? That I visited and died in, basically. Alright, try it again, I guess. Yeah. Sure. It's probably going to take me 2 more turns to get to that level up tower. doing alright so far. I don't need more ammo, I want health. These guys are gonna kill me again. Why would you put all these people right by the end? Yeah, I know. Alright, at least it ended my turn, so I can go level up finally. Alright, so I got some survivors. What do I want to do with them? And I wish it would show what you could use these guys for. Can I build in a castle? No. Can I build in a home? No. Build any cavern? No. Who knows? But you can in this building. I guess if it says abandoned, they might be able to do something there. Let me move my 5 guy. If he can move all the way over there. There you go. Can be transformed into. Perfect. You go there. So you got to kind of look over to the right and see if you can. Alright. Fortified swamp. Well then. Basically nothing, because you have to manually go into these areas before they do stuff. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna scrap. You're gonna scavenge also. Can you do anything here? No. Alright, let me just move you there. I'm just gonna save you for now. Oh, there's another level up tower there too. Alright, let's do this. Looking better already. You see, sometimes there's little puzzles like, oh, there's my concentration bonus. If I get one more kill without receiving damage, haha, then I get 100% damage and 100% caliber bonus. Which, you know, that'll never happen. Like I said. Here's my little wind tower. Here we go. God, these mosquitoes are so annoying. You can't hit them. Ever. Except by luck. Alright. Okay, there we go. Thought that might have been something there. Come on. Come on. There we go. treasure chests. More damage taken, but yeah, it's not worth it. Considering how much damage I take. Oh, I do have a concentration bonus, well that's nice. But this guy's gonna... And how is that not hitting him? Really? There we go. Alright. There's another chest right there. Let's see what's in. Oh, I can't even get to that. Mosquitoes. Let's get out of here. Alright, so then you have to battle a boss guy. There he is. Hey, boss. There you go. Hey. Oh, he's in a little thing, is he? Yep. Yep, I know. 100 of these here, right? Takes so long. Two down. I'm doing alright. Need more health though. Oh, come on. Ah! Come on, man. I was right there. So now I have to do that whole area over again. So that's awesome. Unbelievable. Alright. I want to show up the level up perks. Swamp rings you can't hit because you can't aim in this game. Back into our building. I'm gonna die before I even get to the boss again. And I can't hit this guy because he's at the bad angle. There's no way I can hit that guy with those spells. That spell won't work either. You know, that's why I have my complaints about the aiming. Because there's instances like that where you can't even physically hit somebody who's damaging you, and that's just not fair. You know, those enemies don't have to play by the same rules. You know, since they can fly and stuff. Oh, come on. Alright, well, the good thing is, this guy is at his, you know, I've already defeated his health a bit, so that's something at least. Except, of course, I still have to deal with all these enemies. And somehow this part of the map regenerated. Alright. Who's throwing that stuff at me? Oh. You know, from before, the music definitely and the graphics have gotten upgrades, so that's something. That's a nice touch. It's so hard to judge how far that goes. Alright, where are you, evil guy? There he is. And away we go. Yay! Alright, good. I'm trying not to die before I get to the exit here. Excuse me, little flying things. There we go. Yay. Hooray. And then do this little falling part after you get out of the room here. Which means that... oh, come on. Really? Which means you'll probably die on your way out and mess with everybody's morale. Alright. Get out of here. Okay, so I got that. Let me see my perks. I don't think I can change it though until I go back. I think you gotta go back here. Oh no, there you go, change your perks. Alright, so I can go swimming and max hearts, oh obviously. Alright. Alright, so that's that. I don't think the turn didn't advance because that only happens when you clear a region, so there's the next level up area, so you know, go over here. Mm-hmm. Oh, great. Well, that's foreboding. Oh, I guess it's too cold there. That's awesome, so I can't really go that direction anymore until I find a little cold suit. Alright. Well, I mean, there you go. I mean, that's basic introduction to the game. You know, the way that they changed the controls basically make it so you can't be precise with aiming. You have to correct your location a lot. Makes it more difficult. The mouse aiming support that they did add isn't really fully developed. They kind of tacked it on, which is kind of what you expect for a patch. You know, you can't use all 4 spells while using the mouse unless you have enough buttons on your mouse, I guess. You know, the platforming levels are smaller, which means the game progresses quicker, but there's less stuff to explore. You know, you're not going in and out of buildings all the time now. You know, buildings only have like a couple rooms at the most. And you can get, you know, temporary items from them. But there's a lot less exploration in each of the level. It's pretty linear now, as opposed to before where, you know, the areas were really extensive with caverns and, you know, multi-story buildings with multiple rooms on each level, stuff like that. As for the strategy mode, that's also undergone simplification. You know, basically you're just exploring the map, finding level up windmills, sending NPCs to harvest resources or run buildings, and then trying to level up to defeat the the boss at the end of the game. So, it's nice that they made this free for owners of the original. I still prefer the original game. I would have kind of liked them to kind of marry the two ideas, where keep the depth of the original game, but kind of add the graphics of this game into that to make it look a little bit better. The game's still kind of hard to figure out what's going on, especially here on the strategic map. Like, can you tell at a glance where you can build stuff? Who knows? You have to kind of mouse around with your NPCs to figure out where that is, and other things like that. So overall, I prefer the first game to the second game. But if you have one, then you have the other. So, it doesn't really matter in that aspect. So that's all I have for today. Until next time, bye now.